Hi, it's your Star Goddess. I'm back, and I know I've been doing all these videos on the darkness and stuff like that, and I have not given you uh, ways to work with dark energy and darkness and your magic. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do a video, a little short video on how to work with dark energy and your magic. Okay. Now, a lot of people will say, okay, dark magic and think evil, but no. There's always intention is the best way to describe magic. Whatever your intention is how how your magic goes. Like I said, there's only magic, and you can work with different energies, just like you work with different deities, different goddesses. You may work with different energies as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few ways that I work with dark energy, and it's not the only way. There's other ways. You can make up your own ways, but this is what I use. Okay. Excuse me. I made this pen a while back on one of my videos. It is a feather pen, and I used a black feather. Okay, and I decorated it with lots of sparkles and rhinestones, and then a little blue sweater. A little blue feather. And the pen itself is a black pen. Now, I use the black feather because I work with black, dark energy. It's not evil. It's just dark. Unknown, unseen, 96% of the universe is dark energy and dark matter. Okay? So, from this pen, from this darkness, from this feather, from the darkness, comes my ideas, comes my creations, comes this, comes that. So I'm using dark matter, dark energy to push my intentions forward stronger, because it does make up 96% of the universe. Therefore, being connected with darkness and dark energy is going to push my intentions and my manifestations stronger and further, and I am going to be more in control. I'm going to have more control. I'm going to have more influence over what I'm doing when I tap into this darkness. Okay, so this is why I have the dark feather. Another thing you can do is use a black scrying mirror. I have also another video where I show you how to make this. This is just a black scrying mirror. It's a picture frame, and the glass is painted black on the back side and put into a frame. This is a scrying mirror, and you are staring into the darkness. This is how a lot of people divine. This is how a lot of people meditate, communicate with other entities, channel, whatever you want to call it. A black scrying mirror. You are looking into the darkness. Okay, so I will link the videos in the description box that I made this and the little pin in. So if you just wanted to see that tutorial, if you haven't seen it already, like if you're a new viewer or whatever, I will link that. Also, it's always good to have like black feathers around. I always have these black feathers. And you know how like when you smudge like around your house and you have your sage going, and you have a lot of people use white feathers. Well, a black feather is protection. It also represents dark energy. Your intentions will be stronger. You'll be more powerful. So I use this black feather. Okay. And I got these at Michael's or something for $1, so it's pretty cheap. Also, like, I have a manifestation book, or a book that I write my intentions in and what I want, and paste all my beautiful pictures in of things that I'm manifesting and stuff like that, you know. And it's in a black book because, of course, the dark energy, the black book represents the dark matter, the dark energy, the universe. I am part of it. I am the universe. And I have influence in the universe since I am a part of it, instead of the opposite or the other way around. Like, I'm not waiting on the universe. I am the universe, you know, kind of like that. It's kind of like using your influence and power to create what you want rather than hoping for what you want. You're just creating it. So the black It's creation. So I use a lot of black when I do my manifesting and magic because of the dark energy factor. Okay, another thing that I use are, you can use like when you make a special oil or any type of oil, ritual oil, blessing oil, tincture, whatever. If you want it to work with your intention and you want to make it even more powerful, put it in a black bottle. Okay, this energy from this darkness in this black bottle will intensify the effects of whatever you're creating and making. I got this one a long time ago. It was around Halloween at the 99 cents only store. But I'm sure you can order these online somewhere, or you can just get a black bottle. It does like whatever color. You can find a darker color bottle if you can't find black. Darker the better. But there are black bottles out there. Or you can even make your own black bottle by painting it. So, you know, whatever you choose to do. Another way to work with dark energy is, of course, your cauldron, okay? Use your cauldron more when you're manifesting, when you're burning incense, when you're doing a meditation and you just want to stare into something. You can use this as a scrying bowl if you don't have a scrying mirror. But as long as it's black, you can use this for many different things. Everyone knows how to use a cauldron in the different ways. If you don't, there's lots of videos on cauldrons and how you can use them. But, yes, so cauldron. Also, like, if you're drinking, if you're making a tea or some kind of tincture that you're going to be drinking to meditate and stuff like that, or astral travel, get a dark cup. Get a dark or a black coffee mug or a teacup or something and drink out of that. But use the color magic, use the darkness, use the black, use the dark energy intention with your item. And last, well, this is not last, second to last, Thoth. Thoth. I use Thoth. He's a moon goddess. I mean, moon goddess. Sorry, though. A moon god. Most of his statues you see will be dark, like this. And this is a good deity to work with if you are working with dark energy, because it's the moon god and knowledge, unknown knowledge, seeking the unknown, the esoteric knowledge. All of this goes back to Thoth. And this is one of the good gods to work with if you are exploring the dark energy, okay? And goddesses, there are lots of goddesses to use as well. You can kind of look those up according to what you kind of like, because there's different goddesses for different types of magic, different types of backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds. And you can use the one that you're most comfortable with. I mean, there are a few: Lilith, Hecate, Isis. You know, you can go into all the dark goddesses, Kali. So go and research, or you can find your own dark goddess or your own dark god if you want to work with dark energy. And remember, it doesn't mean evil. It means unknown. It means more influential. It means more powerful. Okay? You're taking yourself from asking into doing. You're giving yourself the power. It's like you're becoming, instead of an employee, you're becoming the owner. Okay? So it's kind of like taking ownership of your own destiny, your own existence. It's going from hoping and believing into knowing and creating. Okay. So the last thing I want to show you was the tektite. Everyone knows that tektite is a dark stone that is from a meteor that landed. A lot of good things about working with meteor stones like tektite. I don't have any moldavite, but I do have tektite. I'm too cheap to buy moldavite because Like, I like big rocks. I like big stones. And I can't find a big chunk like this for a reasonable price. So I might end up getting something small eventually. But this stone comes from, you know, it's been traveling, has witnessed, has absorbed, has been around dark matter and dark energy in the universe because it came from outer space. So you're going to get a lot of good dark energy from these types of stones. So you kind of want to find a tektite or a moldavite or some type of meteor stone and work with that energy as well. It's going to help you. In anything, put this on anything. Like if you're doing a money spell, a love spell, whatever, this is going to give that extra oomph. That extra dark energy, quick speed. I own this. This is going to happen because I will it. I am the universe. Type magic. Okay. And the last thing that I have is my book of shadows. Everybody's seen this. It's in a black book, and I always gonna choose black. Never gonna choose any other color because I work with dark magic. I work with dark energy. So, and I write with black ink. Because that puts my intention like into the dark energy, into the dark universe, and I'm going to get that dark energy is going to respond a lot faster. So it's fine to work with color magic. Everything has its place, but when you really want something, when you really are trying to create and make things happen, you gotta go to that dark energy, because that's where 96% of the universe is in the dark energy. So when you're appealing to the universe, a lot of people don't realize when they say the universe, what they really mean is dark energy. Okay? Because it's 96% of the universe. You know, if you're saying, you know, it's sort of like you're saying, oh, I'm dealing with pizza. I got a cheese pizza, right? You don't say I have a crust pizza, because crust is only what? A little 5%, or let's say even more, like 10% or 20% of the pizza. But you don't say I want a crust pizza. You say I want a cheese pizza, because the cheese is what makes up most of the topping of the pizza, which you see. You know, but the crust is actually more of the pizza, because this is what you're seeing. You're not seeing, okay, when you look at a pizza, this is what I'm trying to say. I know it got messed up, but when you look at a pizza, you see a little bit of crust and a whole bunch of cheese, right? Now, if you really think about what that pizza is made out of, it's mostly crust. It's mostly bread, but all you're seeing is cheese. So when you think about eating pizza, think about the universe. Only the topping and the smallest part of the pizza is the cheese. The rest is bread and crust and dough, which is like the darkness of the universe. So you don't say I want a bread dough pizza. You say I want a cheese pizza, because that's all you can see. That's all you're thinking. You're thinking about the topping. You're not thinking what's underneath it, what creates it, what holds it in shape, what molds it, and all that stuff. You're not thinking about that part, because that part is not important to you, because you're being blinded by the cheese. Okay? So what I'm saying is, if you want a good pizza, if you want to become a strong creator of magic, if you want your magic to work really good, you have to use the base. You have to use what most of things are made out of, which is dark matter, and you have to use that dark energy to be a creator. Like a lot of white witches or Wiccans or witches that use light and are drawn towards the light and stuff like that. I would say that they're on their own path, and eventually they will, if they keep studying, that they will eventually figure out that you got to go to the darkness eventually to get what you really want. Because 96% of the universe is darkness, and if you're depending on the universe to grant you and bring you things, and you're trying to manipulate the universe with light, when 96% of it is darkness, it's not going to really work to your favor. So that's when you're going to start studying more and learning more, and, you know, opening and broadening your ways to create. And like I said, there are many different ways to create with dark energy. You can make up your own ways. A lot of witches wear black. They wear black clothing when they do their magic or their ceremonies, or they use darkness, like dark candles, black candles. They like to dress up and put a lot of dark makeup on when they do their rituals, or when they go out, or when they're trying to do some certain spells. That's fine. That works, you know. And it's lucky that a lot of people understand that in a subconscious way. A lot of witches don't know why there's black, and why a lot of witches wear black, and why a lot of witches are drawn to black. Because black is the power. Black is what makes all of this happen. Okay? So don't be afraid of dark. Don't be afraid of the darkness. Don't be afraid of the color black. Don't be afraid of, you know, using it in your magic. Don't think it's evil, because it's not. It's no more evil than the night sky. So just remember that you have, most of your tools are black, you know, and it still hasn't registered in a lot of people's head. But you have to unlearn what you have learned in order to get the, you know, get the juice, to get the truth, get the knowledge, you know. A lot of our path is learning and then unlearning, you know. You have to learn some things in order to unlearn it, so that you can see the truth in something else, because you're always going to have questions. And if your questions can't be answered, then you're going to kind of stray away from that path. Now, if your questions can be answered, you're going to go towards this path. So, the more questions you ask, the more you'll be led into what I say is, you know, the dark energy. Because a lot of witches have been on their path for years and years, and they feel like they haven't gotten anywhere special. They haven't found out any more than they knew 10 years ago. It's just like the same thing over and over. And it's because they have not explored the dark energy yet. And that is, you know, the energy we came from. That's the energy that we're going to go back to. If we figure out how to escape, you know, from doing the same thing over and over again, continuing on the same path. But if we work with dark energy, if we understand dark energy, if we commit to using dark energy and creating with dark energy, we're going to see a huge difference in how things happen for us. I've done countless videos on my other channel about manifesting and doing this, and that, and that works beautifully. But imagine that times 10. Imagine having your manifestation powers times 10. That is what happens when you work with dark energy. Okay? I mean, try it out. Most of you really already work with dark energy. You just don't know it, and you're not aware of it, and you're not as knowledgeable about it, and you're not using it to its fullest potential because you only have a little bit of the knowledge. But, you know, the more you practice, the more you learn, the more you research, the more you'll know, and the more you'll be able to use it. So I was just giving you a little bit, a few tips how I use it. But see, a lot of times after you have done this so many times, after you've used all this, you don't need the tools anymore, because the dark energy is inside of you already. And the tools kind of help you focus it. You know, the tools will help you focus your dark energy. Like, a lot of people cannot get still enough to meditate or go in darkness because their mind is too active. But if they create an object like this, or if they get a scrying bowl, then that kind of helps them focus on it. But either way, if you don't have one of these, meditate in darkness, full darkness in the closet, Same thing with the dark bottles. You can't get dark bottles. Just keep your concoctions in a dark place. You know, same thing. Doesn't matter. So I just wanted to help you out if you were interested in using and working with dark energy. I just want to give you some tips on how I use my items and in my magic. If you have any questions, if you have any more video suggestions, please put them in the comments and I will try to answer them in the comments. Or if it's a really good subject, I might make a whole nother video about it. It doesn't have to be about darkness. It doesn't have to be about dark magic. It can be about any topic that has to do with, you know, this channel, whatever I do on this channel. So go ahead and put in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. I have like all these subscribers subscribing every day and I'm so happy. And I just want to give that gratitude out because a lot of times people think, oh, they don't notice, you know, they don't know that I'm watching. I do know that you're watching, and I just say I really, really, really appreciate it. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to me because you don't have to watch me. You know, you can watch somebody else's channel. You can do whatever you want, but you're here with me, and I truly, truly appreciate it. And I don't take you for granted. And I try to answer all your comments, or at least like them, to let you know that I've read them. And a lot of times, I can't read a lot of the personal comments, or if you're writing me on Google, I don't check my Google, y'all. I check my email, I check my Facebook, and I check YouTube. So please don't write to me anywhere else unless you write to me on my website that I do readings from, because I don't check any of that Google stuff. Sometimes I check my Instagram, but it's not as often as I check Facebook or my email. So I will link my email, my Instagram, and my Facebook, and so a couple of those videos I was telling you about earlier in the description box if you're interested in that. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and comment and like this video, and I will see y'all later. Okay, bye.